You always wanted to start this way to your career, like investing or as an entrepreneur, or was it something else that you wanted to do?
I guess it depends how early do you look into childhood. Like
Uh-huh.
uh, when I was young, I did not know what to do. First, I wanted to be a soldier, then a president. But it's like
President
the
sounds
child
cool.
dreams. Then
What is the first thing that would come to your mind when you hear word India?
I think it's the food.
Okay. Tell me, know about the landmark that we have behind us.
Oh, so it's the old town hall, and it's like based here in the old town square. So it's remains of the, or like it is here from the almost beginning of Prague. Basically, when the Prague was split into just two parts, the old town and new town. Before that, it was only old town.
Okay.
So,
and when you visit Prague or your country in general, what should someone coming from India or any part of the world look out for? What is something that they would love or they should definitely go and check out? What is that experience?
yeah, I think Prague is a great city with the old town that we're in right now, and I think it's very worth it to just walk around, see the buildings,
it's beautiful.
what's happening, and like you said, the
Hey, so we have Roman with us. Roman is partner at Presto Ventures, and they basically invest into B2B SaaS startups across this part of the world. And he mostly likes to invest into NFT tech startups. I will ask him more on that part. So let's welcome Roman. Hi, Roman. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to have you today. One
Pradeep,
point
thank
I
you.
forgot to mention, he is also Forbes 30 under 30. So we have a young entrepreneur who is actually doing crazy things out there. So let's welcome Roman.
Thank you.
So the reason of having this little conversation is to understand how things work in this part of the world. So I'll have basic questions for you, like how did you grow up? What part of the country did you grow up? How was your childhood?
I grew up in a village of 400 people
Mm-hmm.
in the bit like South Moravia, it's the province where there's when there's the wine area. So they make their own wine.
Oh wow!
But when I grew up, I tried to travel a bit. So for university, initially I went to Czech Republic, then I went to the United States,
Oh wow!
and now I'm back here.
So what did you study?
I studied finance, but also some financial management,
Okay.
investments, and everything around that.
Okay, great. So where did you study in US?
At Juniata College in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's a bit small liberal arts school of like 2,000 people.
Okay.
Nice in the like bit of wilderness, but also like in a very small city with nice nature.
Okay. So the reason we do these little chats with our entrepreneurs is to basically help the world or people out there understand what are the struggles any entrepreneur faces, what are the challenges or how they overcome the challenges, what are the few things that a person needs to have if he wants to become an entrepreneur today, what are the top qualities he should possess. What do you think?
I think mainly the entrepreneur needs to believe in himself that what he's doing, the results will come. Because sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're unlucky, and you will face a lot of setbacks in life. But if you keep doing what you believe in and you're doing it well, the results will come either way.
Sure. So folks, believe in yourself is what Roman would advise anyone out there who is trying to start something of his own and wants to be successful ahead. So
Yeah.
let's talk more around your current work. So you said you are investing into startups, right? So how does that work out? Like, how do you hunt for any startup, or how do you believe that this is the startup that you want to invest into?
Yeah. So sometimes startups come to us, and sometimes we look for startups at conferences.
Okay.
We talk to other people in the ecosystem who
Okay.
they know what they're doing. Sometimes even one of our startups is using a tool of another startup, so we
Okay.
can discover them that way. And then it works that usually we meet over a phone call, and after that we dive deeper into the topic and see if it's like a fit with us for investment, and if we have the same thesis and outlook on the market.
Okay.
If we think that the product belongs in the market, and we do quite a lot of research around competition. And then in the end, it's in the early stage, it's all about team. And yeah, if we believe that the founder and the early team that he has in the startup, they have what it takes, then we invest. And we invest some money in exchange for a small share in the company,
Okay.
which is usually around 10%. And with that, we help the company grow.
Okay. Okay. So how does this whole investing ecosystem work? Like you invest in something, how do you get your money back? That's what you want, right? You want the money to increase and you want to take it out. So how does that work?
With startups, it's for quite a long time, sometimes waiting. And even as a fund, we have money from investors that they want their money back too.
Correct.
And so the startup usually needs to get sold. But before it gets sold for a lot of money, it needs to get big. It
Yeah.
needs to grow. So it takes several years. Some usually like 10 years until IPO. So the startups that we get money from right now are usually the ones that get sold to another company, either a competition or a bigger company in the industry that will incorporate the product.
So it's basically like watering a plant and waiting for it to grow up, and then you pluck the fruits out of them, right?
Yes, but at the time, like right now, we're investing for 6 years, and we have a big garden of plants, and we're still watering them.
So you are yet to pluck the fruit, right? You are still watering the plants.
Yeah, but there are 50 of them. And
Oh, so you have 50
waiting.
investments, basically 50, and all are into SaaS.
Yeah, most of them are into SaaS. Some of them are with marketplaces, and some
Okay.
of them are in the Web3 domain as well.
Okay, so why SaaS? Like, I mean, I personally am part of SaaS, so I know a thing or two. But just for the sake of our audience, why do you believe SaaS has so much future that you? I mean, major of your portfolio would be into SaaS, right? So why SaaS?
I think it's just a better business model, how to sell the product, and it puts some stability
Okay.
into the companies. That if there's a subscription revenue,
Yeah.
it's
Guaranteed kind of money.
lowers the risk, and then like makes it easier for startup to attract another investment
Correct.
and grow with that.
Yeah, and with me, I mean, how I see SaaS is it's guaranteed money, right? On recurring basis. You don't have to hunt for newer clients every time, right? So
Yes.
it's like the same client would keep on paying. Obviously, if they like the product and if they don't churn, then they're going to keep on paying. So that is the reason I personally enjoy being part of SaaS. So yeah. Now, some other questions not related to your career or thing. So I'm from India. So what do you know about India, or what does the first thing? What is the first thing that would come to your mind when you hear word India?
I think it's the food.
Okay, tell me
We have-
4 or 5 dishes that you know from India.
yeah. There's a lot of them, like butter chicken, chicken tikka masala, famous ones, biryani, then like some with the coconut, like chicken korma, chicken madras.
Oh my god, this is like already a treat for, because you know what I mean. We wouldn't expect people to know a lot about our food, right? We know it's popular in that part of Europe. London, UK has like lots of Indian origin people, but specifically speaking about Zach, I wasn't sure that Indian food would be so popular or would be so known here. But to my surprise, even yesterday I was just searching for Indian food and I came across multiple Indian restaurants. I did went to one and it was amazing. So really happy to know that people are enjoying Indian food. Have you been to India?
Not yet.
Okay.
but hopefully in the future.
Okay, okay. You do come whenever you come. Do let me know. I'll take you around places.
Great.
What do you know about the landmark that we have behind us?
Oh, so it's the old town hall,
Hmm.
uh, and it's like based here in the old town square. So it's remains of the, or like it is here from the almost beginning of Prague.
Oh, okay.
Basically, when the Prague was split into just two parts, the old
Hmm.
town and new town.
Okay,
Before that, it was only old town.
okay.
So,
And
and this
what
is
about the
the
clock?
city hall, and the clock. I think is the oldest like
Clock
this
known.
astronomical clock
Hmm.
that's still functioning right now.
Okay,
So we're
okay.
proud of that, and we see a lot of tourists come.
Yeah,
So
because the
happy
first
about
thing
that.
that would come to my mind when I hear about Prague is the clock, because that's what we have heard about, or the Charles Bridge, right? These are the two landmarks that we have heard or read about a lot. I personally love that clock. I did click some pics. I'll share with you, or we'll have a shot at there as well. Now, when a entrepreneur, I mean, did you always wanted to start this way to your career, like investing or as an entrepreneur, or was it something else that you wanted to do?
I guess it depends how early do you look into childhood. Like
Uh-huh.
uh, when I was young, I did not know what to do. First, I wanted to be a soldier, then a
Ah,
president. But it's like
president
the
sounds
child
cool.
dreams. Then I finished high school and I did not know what to do.
Okay,
So I read some books and figured out investing is something that I would like.
okay, okay,
And first, I started with like investing in the stock market, and then
okay.
I gradually moved through like buying whole companies to venture capital, which is what I like the most so far. And it's like supporting young, talented people in
Oh,
like
wow, wow.
things
So,
they want to achieve.
if someone wants investment from you, what do they need to have in them?
They need to have the drive,
Okay,
need to do what it takes, and
uh-huh.
at the same time, uh, they either need to have a great idea, but
Okay,
sometimes the idea is not enough because there's a lot of ideas out there. They need to like do some steps towards
okay.
it, uh, and have a product that like people want. And so it's basically like if you want the money, you need to build successful business, and we're just there. I like
To
the
support
analogy
you.
with like rocket fuel. It's like
Ah,
uh, you would do fine without us, but if we add the
yeah,
like
you'll
the
increase the
help,
speed if you are great. So, uh, with many startups coming in India, right? I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but we have a whole startup ecosystem in India. The
yes.
government is pushing for it, and lots of young entrepreneurs across India are building new products. So, what stage of the company do you invest? Is it like the ideation part, or the MVP, or the seed stage, or round A? How does your investing look out? Go.
We usually do it at seed stage,
Hmm.
and for us, it's something uh, where the business has at least one customer, and the customer has to be a big one. If it
Okay.
has small customers, it needs to be quite a lot of them. So usually,
Okay.
the revenue, the business should generate revenue, and it should be around above 10,000 per month. And I
10,000
think that's the
USD,
ideal
right?
stage. Yes.
So if a business is generating 10,000 USD per month, then it is a suitable candidate for you to be investing, right? I mean, depending on the other factors too, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So let's say you have to exit from a investment, right? So how do you do that?
Sometimes we try to do it with the startup. So we talk with the startup and see if there's like an opportunities
Hmm.
to exit the whole company.
Okay.
Because when the company is exited uh, as
Hmm.
a whole, it is a bit more like it creates a bit more value. It's like it gets a bit more money because if we try to exit just by ourselves, we need to find the buyer. We need to go through
Uh,
legal stuff, and the
right.
buyer does not have any control in the company,
Correct. Correct.
and so it's only a few specific funds that will
Hmm.
buy it, and usually they want to buy it at a discount because they need to make money
Yeah.
out of it as well. So when we want to exit, we start a process, reach out to
Okay.
people, and then
How
see what
easy or
happens.
difficult is it to find a ideal buyer for your exit?
Uh, I think it depends what they're looking for, because I think good example is with Tiger Global, a big US fund, that decided they want to sell most of its portfolio,
Yeah.
and then they invited buyers, and I think they wanted to sell over like stakes in 50 companies, and they sold stakes in 2 companies. Or one, I'm not sure exactly, but it was like they were not happy with the price,
Ah,
because
okay.
sometimes that happens, and like you'll always get offers, but sometimes the offers are just not
Not
good,
good
and then you
enough.
decide
Right,
it's
right. Yeah,
worth it
yeah,
to keep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Any plans to be investing into startups outside this geography? I know you are investing primarily into Eastern Europe. So, outside this geography, do you have any plans to be invested? Because I'm pretty sure there would be tons of people out there looking out for investments with beautiful ideas, great people, right? So, any plans to move out geography?
I think we need to understand the region and uh, basically the mentality, and be comfortable and have a competitive advantage.
Uh huh.
So what we're doing, we're progressively moving
Okay.
more to east. So we made investments in Georgia, or
Okay.
somewhere Central Asia, in like Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan.
Uh huh.
So we're looking at this region right now, and slowly moving more towards east
Okay.
to other countries and regions.
Okay.
So to just find the best talent and best companies.
Absolutely. So I think one day you'll definitely reach to India,
It's
right?
looking like that.
Yeah. So when you visit Prague or your country in general, what should someone coming from India or any part of the world look out for? What is something that they would love or they should definitely go and check out? What is that experience?
Yeah, I think Prague is a great city with the old town that we're in right now,
Hmm.
and I think it's very worth it to just walk around, see the
Yeah,
buildings,
it's
what's
beautiful.
happening,
Hmm.
and like you said, the clock, the bridge. Also, we have, I think, the biggest like the castle in
Uh-huh.
Central Europe.
Yeah,
So that one, and then you can take like small tours to smaller cities to see like
the
to see
rural
how it
life.
is different. Yeah, rural life, but also like with old life. Some of them are UNESCO heritages, so
Ah, the
you can see
cultural
different houses,
legacy
different
basically.
architecture, some like cultural traditions that are
Okay.
still happening.
Okay. Okay. Lastly, Roman, thanks a lot for catching up with me. It was amazing catching up with you here in Prague. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors and may you succeed in whatever path you choose and keep investing into wonderful companies, keep investing into people who are trying to make it out there. And I wish you all the best. Thanks a lot again. Bye bye.